first of all, welcome everybody. We're really excited about the theme this year. And we'll let the 2036 begin here. This meeting is more, this gathering is more about like getting ready for the hackathon, asking people to answer any question you might have, and learning more about some of the hacks that the projects are been submitted and want to participate in the hackathon. But I'll start with Jordan to, if you can give us a little introduction to Codame. Let me.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry. This actually was. Yeah. Go ahead, Jordan. Go ahead.
Cool. Yeah, and thanks everybody for showing up across all the time zones. Always tough to pick a time that works for everybody. We're already so far into the future with 2036, as we can see on the slide. Very futuristic. But yeah, just wanted to give some context on what Codame has been over the years, and then we'll be handing it back to Bruno to look deeper at this year's theme and what we're doing with our program this year. So Bruno, I think we can go to the next slide. Essentially, what Codame has been is a celebration of art and technology. It started back in 2010 when Bruno and I had friends coming into town for a work conference, and all of the cool, interesting side projects, drum machines they were coding, projection art, things like that, didn't have a place in the city. So we created a rooftop event and invited everybody to come and show all their cool projects. And after that first event, we got asked when the next one was, and over 10 years later, here we are, continuing to celebrate art and technology. And from those experimental roots of just seeing, is there an audience for this stuff? We've always been focused on how we can adapt to the times, what's needed in the digital art scene. And, as we went through COVID and lockdown, started doing more online events, and are now with San Francisco and Milan. Bruno's based in Milan now. I'm still in the Bay Area. Looking at how we bring these celebrations to life worldwide. So Bruno, I think we can do the next slide. And as part of those core values of being experimental and always seeing what's needed in the digital art world, listening to artists, what kind of support they need, and to collectors, what they're interested in seeing, and the audience, what's exciting to them, what's going to spark inspiration. We've been very experimental in what form Codame takes. So in the previous slide, we had shown that we have done workshops, hackathons, events with interactive installations and performance schedules, things like that. And throughout all of that, the common threads have been that experimental approach to celebrating the creativity and having a very experimental, exploratory view of what we make of this together. So rather than being super polished, Codame has always been about experimentation, coming with raw ideas and getting them to presentable state in whatever kind of format for the events we're doing, whatever that looks like. So we've gone from, events in real life that span multiple days with thousands of people coming through to online festival grounds, and so on over the years. So it's great to see so many people showing up today to present their projects and what they're excited to dive into around this year's theme. And let's see, anything else I'm missing? The accessibility, yeah, being very open and making sure that everybody feels like this is a place to explore. Because we have an audience of both artists and technologists, there's always been the question of, am I an artist? Do I have enough of a technical background to be able to do something that can show at Codame? And the answer is always yes. And through the connections that we build here, bringing amazing new ideas and projects to life. So I think we can go on, Bruno. And yeah, I'll hand it back to you.
It was me there. So Jordan was saying every year we do a different format. We'd like to explore, and every year we actually have a different theme. The theme this year is the new human. We want to explore and imagine what the new human will be in 2036. That's where 2036 begins today. So we can start imagination at least going in the next 10 years, how the new human will look like. And just for food for thoughts, things that when you think about the new human in 10 years, think about the mind, how our mind is evolving with the influence of technology, perhaps, or aspect that actually happen in our society. So as I was mentioning here as well, the society will actually have an impact. The society itself might have an impact and have an impact on ourselves as well, of course. And how do we actually design? How is the society evolving when still still caring about the connection and perhaps not just efficiency that we all talk about nowadays in our daily life for our work, and how our body perhaps is transforming when we actually integrate potentially some technology or technology is having impact on us, and but not just on the physically but also emotionally as a human beings, as people personally. So these are just food for thoughts. Like as you're imagining the new human, everybody has their own idea. Of course, everybody has their own interest in certain areas, like if it is society or the body or the culture that will evolve to. And so we just want you to express yourself and what you actually are really into it. These are just ideas and things to think about. And
maybe I can
Jordan,
with a few more notes on the theme. Some other strong tenets that Codeme has held over the years is keeping an optimistic outlook and putting our best foot forward. It's very easy in social discourse and things to take a dystopian view of where things are going. So we like to be able to create a future together that does take more of that optimistic tone and has a playful vibe as it explores these themes to keep things moving in that direction. So just wanted to chime in with that. Thanks, Bruno.
Spot on. We actually call it the white mirror instead of the black mirror. We do agree that actually it's important to look at all the aspects on the darker side of things, and it's a great value to do so, and it's important. We're not going to discount it, but we're going to focus. We believe the impact. We're going to focus on what we call the white mirror, the positive, optimistic, but still realistic aspects. And we really believe that we can have an impact, obviously, on that side as well. Somebody has to do that way. That's also need to think about the white side. And actually, to touch base what actually Jordan was saying about the values and the principles of Codeme accessibility. Who can participate? Everybody. All you have to do is be curious and just use your creativity. You can be an artist, it could be a technology, it could be a teacher, it could be a therapist, it could be anybody is welcome to participate in a hackathon. Everybody has creativity, and everybody, I'm sure that everybody's interested to try to figure out and imagine the new human in 2036 and have their own idea. How that works? You probably already registered on our website, and as long as you're registered, and you can, of course, you're participating, and you can start with an idea in mind. Maybe you have an idea and you make a proposal, and some of those proposals are actually coming today. We're going to show right after me. You maybe might not have an idea, but you actually are looking for a team to join, to be inspired with and build the new human together. So if you don't have an idea, join somebody that actually has an idea and wants to actually, and that excites you as well, and you want to join them. or you have a team and you're looking for some more people to actually join your team. So, and we also encourage people to make these connections. So you can start from zero. You can start with already something existing, is a leader idea on a team. We highly encourage to publish your ideas, your projects, or browse through the existing projects that people have been submitting and join their teams. That's on our website. And encourage as well to join our community. We decided to use WhatsApp this year instead of Discord. WhatsApp is a little bit more accessible and international. It's not ideal, it's not perfect, nothing is perfect, we all know that, but WhatsApp is very much used elsewhere in the US in particular. And then let's start. And we start and hack the New Human on March 6th. This is the program. So we build during the hackathon the New Human, or how we imagine it, and we're going to start on March 6th in a Google in Milan, and online. It will be in parallel. Everybody which is not in Milan can join online, or they can gather themselves in their own city with other team members, of course, but we'll have a presence in Milan. On March 7th, the next day, we do the reveal, and the people have, the teams have 24 hours to imagine and show what the human in their point of view will be like in 2036. And they will be in a different company here, still in Milan, at TrueLayer, and it will be continuing to be online. So presentations will be online as well. If you're in Milan, we'll present from here. If you're in San Francisco, likewise, or your home, or you gather yourself in a different location. Then you get in the 24 hours, it's up to you if you want to work online with other people, or if you're in Milan in person, and it's self-organized. On March 11th, and I think this is actually 11th or 12th, is to be decided, we'll have the selected project and make it through, and we show the highlights of those projects in San Francisco, this time in person in San Francisco, and online for everybody else. Again, if we actually want to get together in Milano as well at the same time, or other cities, please do so. Once we actually have the selected projects, this project will pretty much tour the world. We'll go to the Milano Art Week. We're present at the Design Week in Milano. I don't know if you guys have been. It's pretty impressive, pretty amazing. A gathering of thousands and thousands of people are coming all the way to Milano for an entire city transformed in a gallery space. It's pretty impressive. And then we'll go to September in September in San Francisco, and then we'll continue. We will continue a tour in Shanghai, China. I don't know if Ines is here right now, but she can talk about Shanghai. Otherwise, we can go to the next slide. And I'll give one of the programs that is actually very important to me. I think it's critical. And Dario can give an introduction of the mentorship program that we have.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'll be very fast. I'm super excited and super happy to be here and to be part of the whole Kodama team for this great experience of the New Human for the hackathon this year. I got the honor to talk a little bit about the mentors figure and who are them for us. And actually, I see Ray here with us. So hi, Ray. It's a pleasure to meet you and to see you here with us. Ray McClure will be one of our mentors this year. Well, who are these mentors? Basically, for us, these people are like catalysts of vision, I would say. Like they are like people with unique paths and perspectives who can actually connect with the teams, and not only with the teams, but with the wider community. So even if you're not a participant of the hackathon, you can, of course, have the pleasure to talk and exchange your perspectives and your opinions and start some conversations. That it's always something that we really want something to happen here in Kodame. And they are here for sparking questions. So share their lived experience, help ideas take shape. Of course, not by providing ready-made answers, but of course through curiosity, feedback, and some fresh lenses on this year's theme, the new human. So during the hackathon, basically, they might join for quick exchanges, check-ins, or reviews, but their impact, again, goes well beyond the event. So mentors can help us nourish this ecosystem, inspiring our conversations. So as you can see here, as I wrote down, they are here to share their expertise and creative insights and help teams refine their concepts and inspire the collaboration. So I'll be actually joining the program as a mentor as well, but with full sincerity, the individuals I'm about to introduce you are truly outstanding in their expertise and perspective, way beyond me. So it's a privilege to share this space with them. So not with a specific order, I will introduce you to Vanessa Chang. She's a scholar and curator with a PhD from Stanford University, where she has also taught. She currently serves as the director of programs at Leonardo, and she's a leading voice at the intersection of technology, disability, and art. So her work explores how media and design shape human movement and social interaction. Also, Annalisa Bansi, another PhD and art historian and researcher with a PhD specifically focused on neuroaesthetics. So she specializes in bridging the gap between cognitive science and heritage studies. Super interesting, an expert in brain-friendly museum design. She can really help us in understanding how to be designing better experiences that could be brain-friendly, indeed. Anouk, it will be with us, and it's a great honor. Again, she's a world-renowned pioneer in fashion tech. Her work has been featured by major tech giants and exhibited globally in museums, also on runways, actually. And she basically combines robotics with couture. So she engineers living garments that use biosensors. Her work is incredible. Also, Chris Pilker, I got the honor to introduce you, a creative technologist and researcher in machine perception with a deep background in immersive storytelling. He also explores the philosophical and technical aspects of AI and virtuality. So it's super interesting also his perspective in creating installations that challenge our understanding and consciousness of the digital self. So it's pretty linked to our topic of this year. Then there's Kesson, Giovanni Muzio. I like to call him a good friend of mine since I met him last month, and we got a great conversation. He's a veteran creative developer, computational artist here in Italy, with an extensive experience in software architecture and generative systems. But there's also Yosun Chang. She's great. She's a seasoned creative hacker entrepreneur with over a decade of experience as a technical founder in the AR VR space. And as I said first, there is Ray McClure with us, here with us today. And he's a creative technologist, interactive engineer. He explores the core interactions that shape larger experiences, and he was actually formerly part of the team that became Twitter, later an interactive engineer at TikTok and founder of Dreamboat, an interactive studio spanning art, sound, and technology, and is now based in UK. And last but not least, it will be with us Eugenio, another great Italian mind. Here there is an Italian boy that is pretty proud, as you can see. Eugenio is a Sardinia-born photographer with 15 years of experience, now based in Milan, and He will bring a deep photography foundation into AI as a new creative medium through his project katsukokoizo.ai. I really recommend you to look for his project online on Instagram. He's a great artist in the AI image video making. And that was it. This is the great cohort of our mentors that will be with us, and they are so kind and so professional to give us their perspectives and feedback and their valued time during this next event and more, actually. So that was it from my side. So yeah, I would hand over back to Bruno for next.
Thank you, Dario. Yeah, pretty impressive. You're not just actually mentoring, but introducing the other mentors, and you're helping Codame and the vision, and part of the core team. So, yeah,
Pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
So now the most important. That's why we are here. We invited you to submit your project, and we have received around 50-60 project submissions. We publish some of them, and some of you have agreed and been interested of showing your idea, expressing your idea here, and perhaps you're looking for some collaborators. And so this is the time where we're going to have the opportunity for you to show your project, your ideas, and perhaps invite the others to join you. So I'm going to start with the first project that we have here, the new human, Florian and Matteo Rederer. I'm going to what we're going to do is just show the website that we have, and then we have. So I'll show the screen here. And Florian, you want to give an introduction to images in your head and perhaps what you're envisioning and what you're looking for to make this real?
Shall we have a look first to the movie, or because otherwise,
yeah.
Is it that's the short version of the movie that we saw once before?
I think so.
Data shows us patterns, perception shapes what we notice. Some people see the obvious, others discover the details. Matteo is 14 years old, he is autistic, and he is an artist. His drawings emerge slowly, without haste, guided by an inner knowledge that reveals itself through images. Matteo draws because he must. Drawing creates order for him, meaning and calm. In his work, the focus lies at the edges, in what is often overlooked. Today, we invite you to engage with these images. Take them as a starting point. Add your ideas, your code, and your perspective. What happens when different ways of thinking come together? Turn drawings into movement, sound, space. It's his dream to get the pictures in motion. Be part of it, interact.
All right.
Thank you. So, hi Bruno, hi everyone. Thank you for having me here. I'm not Anya. That's the computer of my wife, and I don't know how to change this. But never mind. Matteo is my son. He's autistic. He's 15 years old now. He is. How to say, I don't know how much you know about autism, but autism is, so we call it this perception disorder. Yeah, that means he is percepting different than we do, or who is we? Yeah, let's say normal people do. Yeah, I have to apologize because today I'm in the Alps. I was skiing all day and I was so tired. So I hardly could get up for the meeting, but I did now. But my English is a bit, how to say, a bit slower. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I'm. Matteo is drawing all the time, every day, from the morning to the evening. Of course, he can talk. He is quite a huggy guy and everything, but he really talks with his pictures. So usually his pictures are full of details. And when he starts telling a story, he never tells a story. He does a lot of storyboards, yeah, but he never starts at the beginning. He always starts in the middle of the story, yeah, and that makes it, from his perspective, very normal. From our perspective, not. And we realized that his art, for him, is a way to communicate with people. He gets a lot of feedback for his art. He doesn't get a lot of feedback for him as a person in the normal world, because if you are autistic, you are usually a quiet guy. You are quite sensitive, you know. He's a really sweet guy, but he has problems in talking and understanding other people. Yeah, so his art for him means a lot. And we had a few exhibitions. People really are touched by his pictures. This is one of his pictures. You know, my profession is I'm doing film. Yeah, so Matteo, he does a lot of storyboards. I didn't tell him to do storyboards or anything. He does it. He loves movies. He loves all kind of Walt Disney movies, and he does always storytelling. Yeah, and I think because he can't communicate with other people, that's why but he wants to tell stories. Yeah, and he always asking me, Papa, can we make a movie out of this? And I don't want to do a movie out of this. I want him and his art to be, how to say, yeah, that his art is a base for his way of communication. So that means for me that other people are taking his art and doing something out of his art. You know, I want that it's not just a one-way communication. I wanted a two-way communication. So that's when Bruno was asking me. That was one of his latest exhibitions in Berlin, and Bruno was there, and we were talking about this. And I personally had no idea what a hackathon is. You know, I'm not a techie or anything, but I thought it's a very interesting idea. And yeah, we would love to have some people which play around with his pictures. As I mentioned before, they are very detailed. Now the pictures are getting bigger and bigger, and he would love to see them in motion. That doesn't mean it needs to be a movie or something like this, you know. Something interactive or whatsoever would be great. Not a movie, you know. A movie is I could do one, you know, easily, but I don't want to. Yeah, but I would love to have to see his art. Yeah, how to say, to make better or different with other people's thoughts, you know, a way of communication. And if you ask me about the new human, you know, if you have an autistic child, you get a lot to know about perception. You get a lot to know about communication. When I see him communicating or trying to communicate with other people, I see a lot of mainstream thinking, and I would love to have a world or new human beings which are more open. You know, I don't like mainstream. I never did. My son is not mainstream, but I think, you know, these people need to be heard, because what they say, what they think, and how they create is really worth to be well noticed, you know. And yeah, this is our message. So let's see what the new human can be.
Thank you, Florian. And I also want to encourage everybody to contact Florian through the website and the project. You can contact him if you think you can join him, or know somebody that actually can join the team. Please do so. That's valid for every project out here. So you heard from Florian. Bring Matteo's work alive, whatever that means. Is the team join the hackathon, can decide together.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Florian. We'll go for our next project.
Thanks, Bruno.
Thank you. Saul, do I say the name right?
Yeah, Saul doesn't matter.
Okay, Saul. Please go ahead. I don't know if should I show the website or you have some presentation?
You know, I was a little confused on that. I opened up a few tabs that I think would be quick. Like, am I able to share the screen, or am I?
Yes, absolutely, yes, you can. You can share the screen.
Can you all see this?
Wait,
Still coming up.
I think you need to do a request of sharing the screen.
Bruno, I'm still seeing your presentation. Do you need to stop that first?
Oh, maybe, yes. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so you want to start sharing your screen? Will it work?
Let's see. Give me a second. All right, are you able to see?
No,
Still
right
not
now.
coming.
Can you see it? Give me a second. Entire screen. Share. Sorry, I'm usually not on Google Meet.
Okay.
So can you all see this now?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna just play this little clip because I think it's relevant to, like, when I understood the project as these three themes. I started thinking right away of the embodied explorer, because I feel as my job now, or where I need to document sort of environments, I'm kind of walking around and always responding to the nature and trying to understand what it is that I'm trying to create as an archive. So I thought that the embodied explorer was something that I can sort of embed some way of feeling or responding to the way that I'm making the work. And so I'm going to just play this little video if you haven't seen it. So this is really kind of an example of really where I want to go with it, but I'm not. And I kind of like the panelists where they mentioned, you know, you don't have to be a programmer or an artist. You can kind of help each other. I guess this is a perfect example of where I want to go with the, you know, I have such a large archive of videos and photographs that I usually edit in Premiere Pro and After Effects. But I've been seeing some really interesting things with like Touch Designer, where you do these live glitches or kind of distort images in ways that kind of have this fade in and fade out effect. And I think that's kind of where I'm at. I'm not able to sort of program that idea, but I feel like in this experiment, I started kind of thinking about what does it mean to then put the filters to sort of embed the way that I'm kind of feeling through these observations. And so I have another folder that I've kind of been placing to kind of think about the ways that, I'm sorry, this doesn't, the ways that these, the way that I feel and the way that I'm also archiving these videos. But what I've understood is that I'm pretty good at mapping color and transferring these adjustments from photos and putting them in video. And so I guess I'm really also thinking about if there's like live motion or things that are that we can embed to kind of quickly change the feel or the aesthetic. I think that's another direction that I want to go by. One thing that I'm also interested in when I'm doing these nature observations is the idea of how do you create these studies. You know, I'm really inspired by botanicals and specimens and natural history. And so it's really also thinking about in the future when we are trying to embed the specimen collections, like how is it that we also embed ways that reveal some technology that we used at that moment. You know, when I see specimen taxonomies, they're very clear aesthetic of how things have been done in the past, but I think shifting the specimen taxonomy itself can also allude to a way that we're beginning to think about what does it mean to have archives that look into the future. And so I think that there's something there. This is another example of also trying to archive a moment in time. This is the Monarch Trail that, you know, a lot of butterflies kind of migrate to Santa Cruz a certain time of year. And so it's like only a specific time that it's there. And so I'm also thinking about where are these moments that we're recording and photographing that kind of are not visible anymore. They're ephemeral, they kind of go away. And so it's almost like trying to capture that so that we can then again say that even these moments that fade in and out, so there's something about disappearance or making visible things that kind of go away. And I think this kind of came about when I'm looking at these animals that kind of come in and out of the ocean. Like we get to see a peak of them and then they disappear, but it's always this anticipation of being able to kind of witness those moments that kind of come in and out. I think is something that I'm really, so I guess what I'm trying to really say is at the end of the project, I would want to house in a virtual space these images so that people can kind of move around and be able to sort of in a gallery setting view these photos and structures as a way to kind of come back to the gallery space in the future as a speculative kind of positioning where, and I guess this idea kind of spanned from like the pandemic where it was hard to kind of place things out into exhibition spaces. So people kind of went into virtual worlds. But I think there's something about the mental environment and the physical environment with creating these images that bring it back into the virtual space. So I think that's what I'm going to explain for my exhibit or my project, is that I really just want to work with people that are interested in capturing their environment. I think there's something beautiful about nature observation that might be interesting for other people to be aware of and not just kind of pass by and forget about. And so I think there's something inside environment, inside your head environment, and also outside environment. And so there's a way that we can kind of collectively capture that. And I think the new human can create some sort of emotion embedded into the work that rivals the, you know, ideas of AI. And so that's it.
Thank you. So thank you so much. Just like the other project, I want to remind people that if you go to the website of the project proposal, you'll find the video that's so presented, also how to contact him, the team. And so if you're interested, just like any other project, please go to the website and contact the team, the person directly. Okay, so this is, so the next project is Dennis. I'm not sure if she's here. I have not seen her.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, you're okay. Awesome. Super cool.
Yes.
Okay. Nice to meet you, Dennis.
Nice to meet you.
Dennis, how you want to proceed? You have something to show, or we go to your website and you talk it through?
If you're, I mean, if my project is already in your slides, you can also present from there. But I can also just share my screen because it's actually in front of me. Whichever is easier for you.
I can do it. I can continue.
Yeah.
I just realized I was not sharing anymore on my screen. But here you are.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
Super.
And
Thanks so much.
And I can go to the website and you can okay, talk it through.
Yes. So hello everyone. I'm Deniz. I'm a creative technologist from Amsterdam, and I do audiovisual installations, and I'm also working a lot with nature a lot, just like Sol. And I'm currently building a, well, I built already actually a project with hardware using Arduinos that's using the electrical pulses of the plants and then turning them into audio and visuals. And this is my main project at the moment, but that's why I was looking for people are also doing hardware. But unfortunately, I won't be able to be there in person in Milan. So I was thinking maybe hardware part can be a little bit too ambitious. So you don't have to do that. So I scaled the project a little bit. And because the main idea of the project is the speculative human, I decided to combine this with a little bit of world building. So I would like to invite people who are interested in imagining speculative scenarios, like how we can use the existing patterns and species, architecture, what we are seeing around us, and how we can imagine them like 100 years from now, from different places in the world. Like, for example, I'm from Netherlands, so there's it is said that Netherlands might be underwater in 100 years, but how our life would be in that situation. Or if you are living in another country that is struggling with drought at the moment, or wildfires, etc. So these are the realities of our world, but it doesn't mean that our future is dystopic. So I would like to combine these like elements of nature, thinking with architecture, etc., and creating these speculative scenarios using probably AI. But you are welcome to use any tool that you used to. I'm using a lot Touch Designer, Houdini, as you can see here. So what we can do is also collaboratively creating these images and then turning them into 3D assets in order to build this world. And then using Touch Designer, we can actually, or if you are using another tool like Unity, Unreal, you are welcome. So we can create this experiments of world building together. And yeah, like I said, I started a little bit of thinking the hardware project with Arduino. But if you are also very keen on doing that, you can let me know. So we can also think about if we can include that. But otherwise, yeah, this will be the scale that I'm going for, I think.
Dennis, I got disconnected a bit. Maybe I missed something, but I'm interested on the Arduino side. What you were thinking with the Arduino, with hardware side on this project?
Well, in the start, what I was thinking is using visuals in order to create this system that's how we can visualize the data. Because, well, maybe I can actually, I didn't put a video there, but I can already show you what I make. If you can bear with me for 1 second, and if we have time.
You want to share the screen?
Yes, I'm going to share my screen quickly. Just 1 sec while I'm pulling my project and sharing my screen. Yes. So yeah, this is originally my project that I already built, but the whole project is coming from that need to reconnect with nature. And I thought of like we can use technology for, not as a blocker and obstacle, but as a connector with nature. So I built my first prototype, and my research question was, how can we create organic interfaces, like as an alternative interface? And then I thought it is also interesting that if we can include the biofeedback into this, which is the feedback, the signal that we are getting from the plants. But if we also include our own feedback, there's a biofeedback loop, actually, which I call the biofeedback therapy. And the idea then is to listening the rhythm of the nature and hear the heartbeats of the plants while they are hearing us. And when you're hugging a tree, like, what if we can hear what they feel? So this was my project. I'm just going a little bit fast for the sake of time. But yeah, the whole idea is using the natural intelligence and creating an interface here. So until here, it's not actually super interesting, because I moved into another flow that I combine this with visuals, as you can see here. So I connected my Ableton into Arduino and then to Touch Designer. So I thought this project actually can go way further. So what we can do is, what you see here is a biodata sonification and visualization. So it can go way bigger. We can create like the visuals that we like and then connect it into a plant, and it can react in any way that we like. Or yeah, these are all the POCs that I made.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah. And I was thinking, because the project that I made now is working with only one plant, but it can also be a network of multiple plants giving multiple sounds working at the same time. And it was a little bit where I was stuck. And I was very curious if in the hackathon can we build this like orchestra of multiple plants with the visuals, maybe with multiple people who are working on Arduinos. But yeah, like I said, because I won't be in Milan, I thought it might be a little bit too much. So I scaled it down a little bit. Yeah.
okay. But we have people as well, and one of the mentors is in Holland as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. So maybe we'll let's touch base after.
Yes, let's do that. I would love that, actually. Yeah.
You know, I'm also interested myself a little more.
Thanks.
Thank you, Denise. In the sake of time, I think
Yeah,
very
yeah.
interesting.
Thank you very much for listening.
But let's go to the next one. But yeah, I'd like to follow up with you. Thank you, Denise.
Thanks.
So let me share the screen back. And don't see all the presenters if they're here, but we have Julia on the program. I'm not sure if she's actually here. Is she here? No. She's not. Yeah. There is hardware involved here, and seems like maybe Denise and Julia. I wonder if there's a connection there too. Possible. Unfortunately, so I don't see Julia, and let's move to the next project with Jordan. Jordan, do you want to present something, or you just go to the website?
I think the website is fine. I can be quick here. And along the theme of the new human, one of the projects that Kodame has run over the years is ModBod, where we've been doing 3D scanning of people at events. So at over 30 events, we've amassed a collection of over 800 scans of people's bodies. And these are all open for remix and reuse under the Creative Commons. So as we've been talking about archives and speculation that can be done around them, this is another asset that's open for the community to explore. And the forms that this has taken over the years has included remixes of the 3D data, remixes of the 2D textures that get mapped on top of these models, creating new environments for them, etc. So open to all kinds of different explorations of where these could go. And yeah, happy to chat with anybody about resources for kit bashing or 3JS or other ways of playing with these models and coming up with new media around them in the theme of the new human.
All right. Okay, so let me go back. I believe the last project, if Brian is here. Otherwise, if Brian is not here.
Yeah, he's here, but we cannot hear you.
Oh, is he? Okay, okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, perfect.
Yes.
All right, awesome.
Okay. Oh, hi.
Hi, Brian. Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you, everybody. I'm sorry, my microphone's, I don't know, but I'm glad, and it's very interesting to hear the other artists. And yeah, I have 2 slides I can show. I'm
Okay.
going to share my screen, if that's okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, can you see my screen now? Okay. Well, I think I focused in the part of the body, and it's very interesting to listen to the other artists as well, because I feel like we share a lot in common in some of the tools or the ideas. My background is mostly in full dome producing now. I'm a producer for full dome for immersive environments. I work now mostly in Unreal, which is a very interesting place. The idea from Jordan for kit bashing sounds amazing, also for creating these worlds that Dennis is talking about. And in my free time, let's say that I'm a VJ, I do visuals and I work a lot with projections and all of this stuff. I am constantly experimenting with things to make things interactive, and it's so cool because like 2 years ago, I created this project here. I'm doing a little zoom, which is like by touching these plants, you could like interact with these visuals here. So it's like very cool that since a long time, like many artists we have been kind of interested in like using biodata, as you mentioned, like things that are alive to create interfaces for people to play with. It was a very, very fun project. So yeah, I'm super interested. I also would love to, and I experiment a little bit sometimes with touch designers. It's a lot of fun for different visuals. This was in a party as well, where we were using Hydra, which is a code-based software for live visuals as well. I am not really good with many things related to coding, but I like to experiment as well. So I just go and click here and there, follow a little tutorials, and then I can make little stuff. But for me, it's I am a very graphics oriented and visual person, so I really love to play with this. My master thesis was basically a full dome show as well, combining immersive theater, like which is people dancing and acting and plays, while the visuals are like on top of you. It's a very crazy and interesting experience as well. So this was just to show a little bit of what I do and how we connect together as well. And then I was just focusing mostly in this part, like how do we live when the bodies are stretched across digital and physical realities. And I will go back to this image I created later.
because then I was like reading all the topic and everything. My mind was like trying to put everything to the simple particles actually, and but the body of these particles that I imagine like particles that are the individual, that is kind of what was left behind from the Black Mirror actually. And then from this kind of noise, something like a flow force start like organizing these ideas and forming a collective, something that is more organized, that is like making more sense and being together. That I imagine bodies can live in this arranged space, where like digitality and reality are like completely mixed, and it's like a sort of bio-digital mutualism. I came up with this. I was thinking constantly in mutualism, like is this term in biology, or like where two organisms are like benefiting from our relationship. So yeah, I was just like looking online for, you know, like images that represent mutualism to put in this presentation. And there are many examples of animals, and one of them is like the bee in a flower. And I thought it was so cool. Like bees are also like in a hive. They work in a community, but there are individuals as well, like particles that create something bigger. And plants itself, they're like another crazy ecosystem. And digital stuff, which is like this dinosaur that we all know from like being on without internet, and like how like they're in a, I just put them together as an image. Like it's funny that it's like kind of something natural, or like that you think in animals in life, but at the same time like bio-digital something. So this image for me was key as well. And yeah, at this moment I'm not really sure what I'm doing. I'm like really interested in producing visuals as well. I just love to create immersive spaces, projections, people that spaces where people can be amazed by what they are looking or feeling. And also I subtly suggested here VR and here Fulldom, because VR is like a personal experience, like an individual experience where you can be involved by this environment by yourself. But Fulldom is like a collective experience. It's like we are also submerged into this space. So it's like a funny also combination of things that I found in this, also like this face made by these particles, and then like all these faces made by these particles. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm also interested in getting mentor about like how to put these ideas together to join to the other projects as well. I'll be super happy to join other projects as well. I find like most of the other projects are very interesting as well. Find other partners that want to work with me and to develop, I don't know, could be a movie, a short movie about all these interactions that we're talking about, using also the resources from the people as well, from Mateo, from Saul. The images were amazing, how you crop the colors and combine them in something. So yeah, this is my rough idea, and that's it.
Oh, thank you, Brian. Very, very, very inspiring. And I really love the combination of the digital and the analog. In the simple picture you put together, in addition to all the work you've done, and you got the right spirit as well. In the sense like you can join another team, somebody can join you. That's the spirit. Somebody raised their hand.
It looks like we have a few hands raised. Somebody that raised their hand, are you able to unmute or share?
I don't see the raised hands, so maybe you can help me.
I just clicked it myself. I was looking for what to do about it.
Okay. If you have a question,
I see.
please feel free to. I saw some.
It was accidental claps. I see.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so I think I'm about to wrap it up. I just we finished the presentation, and let me share the screen again. So I went to Brian. Yeah. Okay. This is very important to us. one of the team members, which is focusing on the experience for our hackathon, our festival in general. We'd love to get some feedback from you. And if you could scan this QR code and give us some feedback. A couple of questions that on the forum you'll find that will be very appreciated. If you capture the link, that's fine. And right now, and that would be appreciated. Questions, yes. I see you guys already been asking some questions. This is the time. Like, any question? Can we be more clear, or do you have any questions that you have? Please raise your hand and let us know, or open your mic directly.
Bruno, just want to say a lot of really great projects. I love the clear theme of bridging nature and technology that everyone has organically brought today. And I think that there's hearing a lot of really interesting things recently. I've been really going deep on this biologist Michael Levin, and he's talking about some really innovative things of redefining life and specifically minds, and how we think of minds as being human, and how basically he's thinking that minds exist everywhere, whether it's technology or even programming. And I highly recommend checking this guy out. This is really deep stuff. And then also Saul, like, I love your stuff of the sea. And last night I was watching Solaris, the Tarkovsky movie. It's got these like really long contemplative scenes of this sea in space, and it made me think of that. But yeah, cool work. And if anyone has any during the process, if anyone is looking to share ideas, or if whether it's technical or creative or concepts or whatever, I'd love to connect and be available and share ideas. Yeah.
Thank you, Ray.
Sorry.
Zio, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, sorry. My last device doesn't work. The mic. I was trying to ask, is it okay to present a little bit of my?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Thank
yes.
you.
Yeah, I know you're part of the hacker projects, but I guess your name didn't come up. Yeah, please.
Thank you so
Sure.
much. Yes, actually on the website, the thing were a little bit outdated. Was actually
Okay.
from my grad years. So I'll share my screen real quick.
Yes, please send us the new updated, and we can adjust the website.
Thank you. So this is my own website. There's nothing much. I actually have a slide. Very, very brief. But hi, I'm Zio. I have a very mixed background I study computer science because I was too rebellious. My parents wanted me to go for art. And then after only 1 year getting to backends, I think maybe my parents, like I've always been influenced by my dad was a graphic designer. So I actually went back to design, and I'm always having a issue with myself. So I think this hack has like the idea of new human really comes to me because I'm always having problems with defining myself, because I'm always trying to be like getting forced to be defined by society. And this is my recent project about emotion. I am making various things like how our words, how our emotion can connect, and how the emotion might or may not be really relevant to the society, really relevant to other people, relevant to the society. So before we are a society, we first are human ourselves. So I would like to use this chance to more explore on what is human, what is yourself. I have initiative to use VR and a scent machine made by Amara. but there was a problem getting a prototype from the Omera, the set machine. So I think I need to shift the idea. So right now I do not have a very strong fundamental idea of what to create during this hack. But I would be definitely interested in exploring like people as a person, as it themselves, about their emotions. And tools I'm using are Touch Designer's pure code, especially P5 and 3.js. And I have an issue with the visa, so I will be staying in California. I thought before there is on-site in San Francisco, but if not, I will join online. And I'm happy and open to collaboration. And that's basically everything.
That's great. I mean, like you were talking about the new human, not somebody in abstract. I mean, you're talking about like you want to explore the new human, the actual person, yourself, or expressing. It's really nice, really interesting. I love the idea. Theo, yes, if you're close to San Francisco, as I mentioned before, yes, we're getting together in Milan, but I like to encourage people, if you happen to be in the same area, it doesn't have to be a big gathering, but you can during the hackathon get together and either collaborate or at least an opportunity to build things in the same space with the same goal. So maybe after this meeting, we can send each other messages and reconnect and find even other spaces outside Milan, if you happen to be close by. Like, I know there are a few people like from San Francisco area that are in this meeting anyway. Yeah, any questions? This is the question time.
Hello.
Hi, Alan.
Hi, I go by Rainbow. I'm here in San Francisco, and I was on the call a couple weeks ago. I think it was like the third aperitivo, and I run a creative coding meetup at TIAT, the space that Jordan mentioned. We're hoping to have the sort of the after party at, and I mentioned to my group last night, my meetup, this hackathon, and there's several people interested, and I was. So we're definitely going to gather physically in San Francisco, and I'm curious. I did not know about the project proposals that were shared today, and I found them on the website just now. I'm curious if the intent is to try to cluster people around these proposals, or it's still a call to anything possible.
No, it's still call to anything. This is just an opportunity for people to share their work if they're looking for collaborators, but there is still some of the project might be hacked and become live. Some they're not, and some, like I think Brian was mentioning, you don't have to join my project. Maybe he's interested in joining somebody else's project, but at least in this case, you'll know about other people's projects. So cool. If you do, I mean, it's encouraged. If you do have some ideas, it would be nice if you publish it so other people will know about it, but it's not a must. It's not, okay. You don't have to join.
What's the process to publish it on the Codeme site?
The most important thing is just to register to the form that you register as part of the hackathon, and then by that information you submit, we'll be able to create and publish the project based on information we receive.
So registration for the Ignition event on this March 6th?
Yes, and there's a sign up link. Yes, if you just sign up, if you register there, you'll receive that information on how to submit your project.
Okay, yeah, I actually have registered for that already, so maybe I missed something. Should I go through the website or the Luma, or what's the right way to find that?
I can send. I mean, somebody in the team here can send the registration, the sign up link. That would be great. I'm not sure if somebody in the Yeah, Saba is.
Awesome.
that-
Thanks. I'm gonna
Okay.
bring some more people together. So I'll.
That's great. So it seems like we have also San Francisco, some sort of base as well. So if you're in San Francisco, let us know, and maybe we can even publish it if depending on how many people can join, or send us an email, let us know, and to see if we want to how you want to communicate.
And and I may be able to gather people in the TIAT space. I'll have to run that by to Ash before I confirm, but I have access to unlock this space, and so on that weekend that might be a place for us to gather, which is very near the homebrew.
Yeah. Actually, Jordan, you can announce. We want to do the reveal. I will be at the TIAT.
So I'd gotten a ping back from Ash that it looked good to be doing the showing event. We haven't locked in a date yet, just because it's a little ways out. Still working on scheduling, but Rainbow, that would be awesome if we're able to gather and do some hacking as well. If we get something firmed up, then we can even make a Loom event around it and socialize it as well. So let's touch base and figure out what that looks like after you check in with Ash, and we can see what that winds up being.
Yeah. Do we have more questions? Otherwise, I want to just remind what we just was talking about. Here are some of the projects, the sign up, the project people is submitting. Some of those we have seen it. If you go through it, some of them actually are interested. There's also a contact button. You can contact directly the person and join the team. And that's one way to actually connect to the others. But like I said, you can submit your project. You can build your own project. You can ask for other collaborators to join you. Very, very open.
When we have a question from Nate around getting involved as a photographer and videographer, Nate, it would be awesome to have you around for the showing, and if we are having a hack, documenting the events has always been also part of what Codeme gets up to. So any assistance there would be more than welcome.
Okay. Any more questions?
I just want to, hi guys, it's Saba. I just
Nice.
want to remind you guys again, it would be very great if you guys fill out the form, because we really want your feedback for the next steps. Like I see there are lots of questions, like to understand if you guys need more support, need more events. We already have lots of events. So we were thinking maybe, do you guys need another team building support events before the hackathon? So let us know so we can make it.
Thank you, Saba. Yeah, primarily like how, let us know how this went, if it's useful, if we should do another one just before the hackathon. Like Saba was saying, that is really what we want to know. This is the link. Please take a picture and let us know. All right, I think we can close this meeting. It's inspiring as usual. I'm so curious to see what actually happens and what your concept of new human will be and what will come up from the hackathon. Between Milano and San Francisco, wherever you are in Holland, or I know people are from Asia and India, so looking forward to see what we can all create together. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye. Cheers and bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.